Mine will be
Food.
sliders. Yeah, I'm having this year. I don't normally, but this year it's sliders. I think I already decided that.
Are you going to order them in advance? Or are you going to go out?
No. They'll be ordered in advance. They'll be scheduled to deliver at the right time. They'll be sitting there hot when we're done.
Thank goodness for technology.
Ryan, you jokingly commented on CNN cutting back on the alcohol, but Andy did say that he was going harder than ever. Does that concern you at all?
Not at all. You know, those guys, we've been friends for so many years, and we're all in it together. We're all out there, blocks away from each other, bringing in the new year, trying to have a good time and convey that sort of fun. So I wish them the best of luck and a great show.
Yeah. Did he apologize to you, though, after last year, though?
I think he sent me a text last year, but we've had him on this show here since, and we spent time together. He's a really good friend.
Well, I am so excited. New Year's just a couple days away, and it seems like the show is bigger than ever before. So what are you both most looking forward to this year?
I am looking forward to my second year. I'm not the new kid on the block anymore. I'm so happy. I've learned from this one last year, so I'm very happy to put all those learnings into use and to go out on the streets again and be interactive with our huge crowd that's coming this year.
It's fun to watch Liza. So I become, a consumer of the show by watching her do all the different things that she gets to do in Times Square. But we also have 3 live countdowns in this show, which I never thought was even possible when I first started. But we've got Puerto Rico, Times Square, and New Orleans. And we've also added another party on the West Coast. It'll be LA, as we always have, and Disneyland. Sierra's going to go down to Disneyland to host from there.
How exciting. I mean, it can't get better than that. I mean, what would you say is the easiest and most challenging part about hosting New Year's Rockin' Eve?
The easiest part is when we say, thank you for watching and good night. That's the easiest part.
3, 2, 1's the easiest part for me.
Yeah.
Just getting to that point and then grabbing the cheeks of someone next to me and just planting one. That's the most fun part. But there's so much that goes into the show too, of like pre-producing our little segments, our little bits, making sure we're honoring the year right, and bringing the party to the people at home. They're got to move the coffee tables out of the way and party with us.
Sometimes the rain can be challenging. The confetti, a lot of confetti falls, and so you can't really tell if you're getting a cue or not. So those kinds of things, we just roll with the punches.
Yeah, and predicted showers this time around. So we'll see how we do. I got rain boots, not heels this time, so I'm very excited about that.
At least it won't be 5 degrees, so that's good at least.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
So right.
Looking back, what would you say is the most stressful time for you ever on air on New Year's Rockin' Eve?
So I have been stuck in the elevator getting up to the ball before. That was a little stressful because they tell you to remain calm and it's almost impossible. When I was with Taylor Swift one year, it was cold, so I gave her my coat after she just performed, and I realized all of my communication equipment was attached to it. So I was couldn't really communicate with anybody in the production, which I didn't think about
Taylor
prior.
did on your behalf.
Yeah, Taylor took over.
Got it.
So there are things that happen along the way that come together in the final seconds. Performers who are not ready, but we try and make things up to say in the interim so that it looks like we're on schedule.
Test our improv. I remember there was a proposal last year and I didn't realize it was happening right behind me. I was like teeing up to it and all of a sudden the man started going down on one knee and it was happening. She said yes though, so it was a happy ending.
Yeah, that could have been real bad. I'm speaking of bad, I mean most memorable moments, both good and bad.
Go ahead.
Most memorable moments. I mean, I still say 2018, 2019, whenever I came on for the very first time and it was just pouring rain and Ryan became a human umbrella. I don't know if you remember, but there's a picture of you putting your hands above me to protect my eyebrows.
Because you're the only person I could get above. Everyone else is tall.
True. That's why I got the job. But he protected my face at that time because rain wasn't, I don't think it was predicted for that day.
It just pouring and the wind was blowing. I think, both good and bad, and I say good because it went on, but bad because no one could come, was when Times Square had no people during the pandemic, and they weren't allowed in at all. And it was very, very significant in terms of the emotion I felt being there. And I thought that it would feel like a normal show, but it was tough. It was really hard to get through that show.
Yeah, I'm sure. Going back to you getting stuck in the elevator, Ryan, what's the backup plan if that happens?
There isn't any.
Right?
That's the one thing that we don't have a contingency plan for. Everything else, there's a backup plan. But the elevator, we assume, is going to work from the drugstore at the. You go in a drugstore, and to the left of the candy counter, you get in the elevator. It takes you up to the ball.
There's no stairs.
Well, there's a lot of them.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
then take those this
I
time.
guess that would be the contingency, but not for me.
It'd be a good warm-up for the show.
Yeah, seriously. Ryan, I believe it's your 18th time hosting the show. And I think in a recent interview you said you're still trying to prove yourself. Why is that?
Yeah.
I think I was a kid.
You're good.
Thank you. I was a kid watching this show, watching, other people do the things that I get a chance to do every day, wanting to do it. And I feel like I've got to prove that I'm worthy of doing it every single time. I think that is part of what keeps it exciting for me too. But I do feel that way.
Yeah, like the nervousness is like excitement, and you just
You want people to
do it
go,
right.
okay, all right, I see why they're doing that,
Yeah, well, I can say you're pretty good.
Thank you.
Definitely feel like a hug through the screen at home for me growing up. That always felt like I was there in Times Square. But to be here is a whole different beast, and to learn from the beast himself is my honor.
Very generous.
So lucky.
Yeah. And so once you say thanks for watching, once the show's over, what does your after party look like?
Mine will be
Food.
sliders. Yeah, I'm having this year. I don't normally, but this year it's sliders. I think I already decided that.
Are you going to order them in advance? Or are you going to go out?
No. They'll be ordered in advance. They'll be scheduled to deliver at the right time. They'll be sitting there hot when we're
Thank
done.
goodness for technology. You can schedule
Yes,
delivery in
you can schedule
advance.
delivery in the middle of the night. Here in New York, you can get it in the middle of the night.
Yeah, mine's scheduled for 12:01, January 1st, and it'll be a family of 6 that I am getting dinner for. So my entire family
coming for the first time.
is here with me, and
So
we'll
fun.
all be hungry afterwards. So yeah, I'm gonna eat with those starved with. Yes.
That's so fun. So who's going to be up on the stage with you when the ball drops this year?
Duran will be up there, and before that, New Edition is performing, Jax is performing, J-Hope is performing,
Yep.
all live in Times Square. We'll be out on the West Coast with Dove Cameron, Wiz Khalifa, Ben Platt, Faruko performing from Puerto
right.
Rico, Billy Porter performing in New Orleans.
Sierra.
There is performance after performance after performance.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see, and I'll be dancing. I'll be everybody's background dancer. That's what I'm going for. I'm auditioning for the background of everyone. Whoever needs it, I'll be there.
You're wearing many different hats come New Year's night.